Welcome to Magic Arcanum. I'm Ryan Gomez. Behind the scenes is Nicole Burdick, and we're so glad you're here because it's Flavor Win time. I asked my patrons to pick which part of the Strixhaven story they wanted to see played out as a deck, and they voted for Liliana's Journey, which I turned into something I'm calling Reanimation 101. Before we get into the deck itself, though, let me invite you to check out Into the AM using my link down in the description. I'm wearing one of their shirts today. This is a Witherbloom green basic. But they have a fantastic line of artistic styles as well. And this weekend, May 28th through 31st, they are running a site-wide sale at 20% off. That will stack with my promo code, which is good for another 10%. And you can apply that to their bundled deals. You can get packs of 3 shirts and save some extra money doing that as well. I've got red, black, and green, so I have a little Jund thing going on. But you can get your favorite shard or wedge so that you are dressed appropriately for your next FNM or Commander night. And keep watching this video because later on, I'm going to tell you how you could enter for a chance to win a $25 gift card for Into the AM. So yeah, summertime is coming up. We've all got the vaccine. We're getting back out there in public. This is the perfect time to refresh your wardrobe. So head on over to Into the AM using my link down below. It does help support the show, and Nicole and I really appreciate it. All right, let's take a look at the Reanimation 101 deck taught by Professor Onyx, or Liliana Vess, right? So she is teaching her students, the Witherbloom apprentices, how to bring small creatures back to life for value. Her TAs are going to be the Sedgemoor Witches. They also have a great Magecraft trigger, and most of the deck is instants and sorceries. We've got a few small creatures that can do some really impressive things. We have Archfiend's Vessel, which can become a 5/5 demon, which Liliana knows all about demons, so that's appropriate. And we've got the Eye Twitches, and every time that they die, we get to learn a lesson out of our sideboard. And to help those things die, we have Village Rites, we have Deadly Brew, which we can then sacrifice our own guys and get them back into our hand. We have Demonic Gifts, so when they die, they come right back onto the battlefield under our control. So we have lots of ways to get those guys back. We also have Inscription of Ruin and Call of the Death Dweller. So lots of ways to pull small things back out of our graveyard for value. And between all of the Magecraft triggers and all these guys drawing cards, becoming demons, all that sort of stuff, we are hoping to kind of overwhelm our opponent and just kind of crush them with value, which is a great thing to do with a green-black deck. Up towards the middle range, we've got some Crushing Disappointments. More of a Silver Quill card, but being able to draw some cards, refill our hand, do that last bit of damage to the opponent there, and get some Magecraft triggers. This kind of fills a good role for our deck. And Mortality Spear, excellent removal, works against planeswalkers, creatures, enchantments, whatever we need to get off the table, and we'll be gaining life as we go here, hopefully, so not a bad spell to have on hand at instant speed. In our sideboard, we've got some Environmental Sciences to find any missing lands. Necromantic Fumes, not great because it's going to exile whatever we give up, and we'd rather keep looping our things through the graveyard, but sometimes there's a creature or a planeswalker we just have to get rid of. Containment Breach for any enchantments. Pest Summoning if we just need a few more small bodies. And Annihilation to remove anything that we've really got to get rid of. And Confront the Past, which is key to Liliana. This also lets us get her back out of the graveyard, or it can deal with an opposing planeswalker like an Ugin or something like that. And then Mascot Exhibition up at the very top end, just to put some more bodies down that we can use to, again, close out games that are running a little bit too long. So that's the deck. It's mostly basic lands, swamps, forests, a few pathways, and I did sneak in one copy of the Biblioplex because we do have quite a few instants and sorceries in here, so this is more likely to be useful late game when our hand is empty. It can help us draw things, but it can also put things into the graveyard, so we can push some of those small creatures straight to the bin, so we can then reanimate them if we want to. That's the deck, Reanimation 101. We're going to jump into some games here and see how it does. Okay, here we go. Reanimation 101. We have a 1-drop that we could potentially turn into a 5/5 flying demon on turn 2. I like our chances. Let's keep it. We are playing against a cube. A cube? I don't know. All right, we'll drop our little cleric out here, who's going to kind of pave the way for us. Ooh, we got a red deck. Are they going to shock it? They have a hasty Raging Goblin. Man, I think I'm going to say no block there. So just so that we can set up Infuse with Vitality. Because if we get like a turn 2 5/5, how is a red deck going to deal with that, right? Like, what are they gonna do? Demon Bolt? Oh. Alright, second mountain. Opponent thinking carefully. They have a Ginger Brute! Very cool. So this is a hasty, aggressive red deck. I like it. Go ahead. Attack into my guy. Yeah. Yeah. That's what you want to do. Alright, blockers. Block it. Wait for it. Now the only problem is if they respond with like a shock. They're putting Rimrock, Knight, whatever. Don't even care. Don't even care. We're about to get a demon. We're about to get a turn, technically a turn 2.5, 5/5, I guess. Oh, and that is your introduction to Reanimation. How do you like it? Nice. It is nice. Thank you. Thank you. And we throw down a little bat for backup. And now they've got 3 turns to figure out how to block or kill this thing. Or their midterm is going to be like a D-. And they fail! Alright, they can't handle Reanimation 101, so that's a flavor win for Liliana. Let's see if we can get another. Alright. Midterms for Reanimation 101. We've got 2 swamps, none of our small creatures. I think we got to send this back. This is a much better hand. Playing against Sauron's Jeweler. Good name. I like it. Alright, and we will get rid of Forest, I guess. Alright, aggressive red sleeves. So is this going to be a red deck, or they're down to 5 cards? Is this going to be a Tybalt's Trickery thing? Did they just mulligan down to the combo? Alright, well, a 1/2 with reach, very effective against our 1/1 flyer, so they're already winning. So turn 2, we can get our apprentice down, then we have the option of village writing our eye twitch, which gets us 3 cards really, which is pretty good. Yeah, we're not going to block. Alright, so Apprentice comes down, still can't safely attack because they have a 1/2 reach, but we're set up good for next turn. We will definitely Village Rights this, pick up a bunch of cards. And, you know, then we won't even remember that we mulliganed to 6. Like, we'll have so many cards, that'll be a distant memory. Greatory Greathorn! Okay, so we have like a little blue-green mutate thing going on here. Haven't seen one of those in a while. Auspicious Starix is probably coming up soon. And both their stuff's tapped, so I guess we get a free attack in here first. Village Right that. Magecraft Trigger. So what do we need to pick up? Well, I guess making some small blockers might be good. Get out of here. Can't go away. Okay. And we have another Eye Twitch that we can play. Fine with that. Alright, they found their 4th land. If they can mutate to their Great Horn again, which they can, they're going to hit another land. So they are ramping up. Man, if there's like an Ugin waiting at the top end of this, I'm going to be very upset. Alright, so it's a battle of small creature value versus ramp land value. No. Okay, so we have 4 lands to work with. Call of Death Dweller would get back just 1 thing, so that's not great. Inscription of Ruin, we could make them discard whatever they're still holding. Or destroy a target creature with mana value 3 or less. Great Horn is 4. Could just draw more cards. Yeah, I think I'd rather do that. Keep our lands coming. Try and find a Liliana or some more. There we go. Alright, so no attacks because that is too big. So they have 3, 6. They can use that to make 7. Now they have 8, so if this is Ugin... Okay. Only a pouncing shore shark. Alright, so what are you going to pounce on? The Apprentice. Got it. You got it. Alright, so they have all the lands now. And we will let this eye twitch go because he is going to get us necrotic fumes. Okay. So now we can bring that apprentice back. And then I am fine giving up my Witherbloom apprentice to get rid of a deeply stacked mutate pile. We get to exile all of that and leave them with a little 1/2, and they're in top deck mode. Now, obviously they want all these lands for something, so if they find Koma or Ugin or whatever, we are still in trouble. But I like having a handful of cards against their 1 card. Right? Right? You have nothing? You have a Great Horn again. Okay, cool. You can have that. That is fine. Because we will probably Deadly Brew it after doing some pest summoning. Yeah. Alright, get some more mana. 1, 2, 3, 4. So we have 6, which is not enough to do the Apprentice and the summoning. So we'll just do pests. And then Deadly Brew, which makes each player sacrifice a creature. So we will give up our pests. They lose that. We get a bat back. And we're looking pretty good here. I like how this class is going. I think Liliana's lessons here are very helpful. There's the queen herself. All right. All right. Professor Onyx is here. Class is in session. We'll pick up another inscription, I guess. And we don't need more lands.
There has to be an answer here.
Although, mascot interception would be good. Okay, so they just have a single Starix. So we could force them to sacrifice that. I kind of like keeping their board clear. So we'll just get rid of you right now.
You'll learn the power of death.
And then, Apprentice. And then, we'll mill ourselves and do a little draining. How about that? Boom, boom. Pick up another land. Play said land. Okay, looking pretty good. Good game. That's a flavor win for Liliana and Reanimation 101. Love it, love it. Did I have fun? You know I did. Hey guys, I just wanted to pause here for a moment so I could tell you how you could win a $25 gift card from Into the AM. It's very simple. All you have to do, like this video, subscribe to the channel, and leave a comment down below telling me your favorite reanimation spell in all of Magic. 1 week after this video goes live, I'll pick a winner, and of course this offer is void where prohibited by law. Good luck! Alright, one final match with Reanimation 101. We want to end on a high note here. We've got a bunch of 1-drops and potentially a turn 2 5/5 demon, so I think we can keep this. We are playing against Allagarden. Cool name. Nice avatar. Alright, blue-black. Should be an interesting one. Do we think this is going to stay blue and black? Is it a Sultai thing? Is it something else? All right, so I guess we can attack. They're going to flash in a duelist. Okay. Gets -2, -0 until end of turn. Fair. But are you going to block it and try to kill it? You are. Okay, so I think it is still worth infusing this with Vitality, even though the Death Touch now does not matter. We don't actually kill his thing. We still get a 5/5. And I hope that's worth it, although they might just brazen bar with this thing out of here, and then we're right back where we started, but, you know, you gotta make them have it. You gotta make them have it. And don't you feel silly looking at this big demon now. This could still be Heartless Act, drown in the lock. Okay, okay. Blue-black control rogues, I see you. Would love to have found another swamp here. So I guess we're going to roll out an Eye Twitch, and if they kill that, we will probably grab Environmental Sciences so that we can fix our lands up. They are having no trouble hitting their lands. Here we go, the milling starts. Well, maybe not, because if we block that, then I guess it doesn't... Meh. Okay, 3 cards in hand. This is a very complex decision on turn 3, 4? Turn 4. There you go. They attack. We say nope. Now we can go grab whatever we want. Do we want Environmental Sciences? I think we do. Ah. Well, they're probably going to counter it, but it's still worth trying because the Magecraft trigger on Environmental Sciences would be worth having. Not today. Alright, so we will just go get our land. Oops. And they're down to just 3 cards in hand. Okay. Rogue action, another rogue. Okay, okay. Down to just 1. So the Apprentice is good, but I guess we need flyers. Yeah. And these wouldn't be much use quite yet. So, guess we'll wait a minute. Another menacing rogue. That could be a problem. And another wind robber. Wow. Very consistent deck you have here, opponent. I think we're going to let those through. We're going to trade off our Eye Twitch to grab what? What do we want for 5 mana? Pest Summoning? I guess Pest Summoning to make some cheap blockers. You saw me click the X. And a spear. Okay, so these are getting scary now because they're big. So we do summoning. We get a Magecraft trigger here, which is going to gain us life, which is going to let us also play the spear. Go. Kill you. And then, tell you what, we can even get an attack in here. Alright, so I love that they have no cards left in hand. I don't love our 2 cards that are left in our hand. But we'll see if we can make it work. They hit a land. That's a nice miss. Alright, so to block this, we need 2 creatures. I don't really want to give those 2 up for nothing. We'll wait until we put down the vessels, though. so they can join their friend in the graveyard. Ooh, okay. Command. So what does this do for us? We get to destroy... No, yeah. So we could grab a land back. We could certainly kill one of their wind robbers and then just drain them and try to race. Or do we want to get a land? So we've got only 5. So I think I want to get a land, because then if we find Liliana or something, we'll be able to play her if we draw her. Draw her? If we draw her? Oh, right, they can just sack it to draw a card because we have a huge graveyard. Fine, whatever. Cool, I wasted half of the spell. Ooh, Biblioplex actually is probably the best pickup here. Although we cannot empty our hand this turn. Next turn, if we can get our hand empty, then this can start maybe drawing us stuff. And then, yeah, we'll get in for 2. Or try to, unless they picked up something with Flash. They're going to try to find something with Flash. And they did. They found a Thieves Guild Enforcer. Which they're not even going to trade it off with the Apprentice. Okay, cool. So they hit another land. It's a temple. Move it to the bottom. So they're definitely looking for action here. And now they're coming at me with a 5/3. I am going to put everybody on this and get rid of it. We're going to gain a little bit of life. Yep. And we hit a land, which is fine because it actually lets us use Biblioplex. So look at the top card of your library. If it's an instant or sorcery, yeah, we just get to draw it. Each player sacrifices a creature or planeswalker. If you sacrifice them this way, return another permanent from your graveyard to your hand. Hey, there's our Liliana. Okay, okay. Intro to Reanimation is working really great here. We have a good little group of creatures and value spells. We'll use Liliana. We will use her to force them to sacrifice their rogue. Clear the way for an attack. Alright, 8 to 19. We've got a Planeswalker and a creature. They're hitting lands. They're giving it up. That's a flavor win for Reanimation 101. I hope you guys enjoyed this, showing off the value that those small creatures can bring under the watchful eye of Professor Onyx. Make sure you check out Into the AM using my link down below, especially this weekend while they've got their sale going on. Great opportunity to pick up some new threads. Thanks for watching. Make sure you like and subscribe so you don't miss the great stories you can only find here on Magic Arcanum. We'll see ya.